Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We've been off of YouTube for just a few months here, but we have not been taking a break around the house, around the homestead. We have been very busy at work, although we may have not been showing y'all everything. So today I just wanted to kind of bring y'all along, show y'all everything that we've been really busy doing here in the past few months. Right now I'm just in the garden. Since our last video, I believe, when we were planting everything has shot up and there's been a lot of changes in the garden. We've also finished our fence around this big area we had cleared, and we also got a goat. And so all these things I'm going to show y'all in just a little bit. But since we're at the garden, I think I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this. So our garden stretches all the way from this area, the trellis, and then all of these garden beds here. Just kind of starting over here, which is the easiest, I would say, is we've got a little pumpkin patch and all the big areas are pumpkins. I haven't been worried about weeding. I may go through and weed some of the bigger things, but I'm not too worried about it. The pumpkins are still growing great. On this side of the trellis, we've got some lavender and then some green beans. Over on this side of the trellis, we have a ton of green beans, and you can really see those take off all the way up. I think my tallest one is right there in the middle of the trellis, so it's about to start going over the middle even. But also on the trellis, we have got our loofah plant growing really good. I've got like 5 or 6 loofahs over there. I've got different peppers, sweet peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos, quite a few carrots, just some flowers, and then my lemon balm finally started sprouting, so it's there. Coming over here, I've got all of my flowers. I have been succession sowing, so the few spots that are kind of bare, those should be popping up any day now. I planted them last week, so they should start growing here soon. And then over here we've got some strawberry plants. I have been picking off the strawberries as they've been growing, but we still have quite a few that will be turning here soon. My broccoli plants didn't really turn out. Now I think they've just kind of gone to seed, and I'm leaving them in here for right now. Lettuce that didn't turn out as good as last year. Last year I had a ton of lettuce. This year it's kind of looking a little sorry. Then just some small little ornamental pumpkins I decided to do in the bed. Over here we've got quite a few butternut squash plants, and then some are looking really nice. You probably hear the goat in the background. I'll show y'all her in just a minute. Squash and zucchini plants, which has been growing pretty nice. I actually have a few that will be ready to be picked pretty soon. Actually, this zucchini is probably ready here. There we go. So a nice zucchini right here. We've got a few squashes that'll be ready pretty soon. And then over here are all of my tomato plants. So I've got a few that haven't turned red just yet, but they're getting a little bit bigger. All of my canning, like San Marzano tomatoes over here, aren't growing the biggest, but I think they'll take off pretty soon. Got some more little tomatoes. Some on there and some right there. This cherry tomato will be ready probably within the next day or two. But that is the whole garden here. It is looking pretty good. I'm definitely excited about the green beans and how well they're doing. So hopefully everything will be producing here within the next few weeks, the next month. And over here I want to show you our fence, but before we do that, We've got a little friend coming up. And this is Miss Dotsy. Hi, girl. She is very sweet. And I'll get in here and kind of show y'all her a little bit better. So this is Miss Dotsy. Our son named her Dotsy because all of her spots here. We just got her yesterday, so she's the newest member here. And Garrett's coming in and can tell us a little bit about her.
She's a 4-year-old boar goat. She's a little on the older side, but we went on ahead and made the call that we'd get her because she was a show goat. She's super gentle, and I thought we would introduce goats to the kids because they've not been around them. I thought she would be a really good starter one. She's really gentle. She's going to be good with the kids. My son Easton, he loves her to death. But she's 4 years old. She's had 3 sets of twins, so she typically has twins. We're looking to see if we can get 1 or 2 more kitten seasons out of her. But like I said, we just got her because she's really gentle and thought she'd be really good for the kids to be around the house. Just some goat that'll come up to you and let the kids pet her and stuff like that. But she's the first start. She's our first start.
So I just wanted to take y'all around and kind of show you the setup we have for her. So right here by our house and by the road, we've got the big gate, and then we've got the fencing all the way around. This is about 2.5 acres fenced off that we have. It's connected to our shop on this corner, and then the front corner of the other side of our shop going around that way. So we'll kind of go out and show y'all a little bit of this. Having all of this pasture, there's a lot for her to eat, so we're going to try to limit the grain we feed her. We're giving her just a little bit right now because that's what she was eating, but she'll mostly just kind of graze on the pasture. And then we've got the pond in the middle for her to drink out of. We were kind of going back and forth between goats and sheep, but right now we're having a really hard time finding the sheep that we were looking for. And this pasture has just grown up like crazy the past few weeks. And so we really wanted to get something to kind of graze out here. And so we got a goat this time. And we'll probably end up with a few more goats, may end up with some sheep here in the future, but we'll kind of see how that works out. So like I said, back here behind the shop is enclosed in the fenced area. So what we are really wanting to do is kind of create like a lean-to coming off the back of this shop, and that be the shelter, make it really nice. Maybe even one day putting a door into the back of this shop and having easy access coming out of here. We did also put a little just man gate on this side of the fence, so I'll kind of show y'all around this way. So over here is just that little gate, and this is super easy for us just to come in. And then like I said, we would have that lean-to just right off the back of this shop, and we can do all the work that way. We've been trying to get her to drink out of this pond. So far she's not too sure about it, but we're working on it. She loves these little black-eyed Susan flowers, so I led her over here and tried to get her to drink that way, but she said no. So she's heading back up here. Let's see. So here's a look from the top at everything we've got here. We're on a slope. You can kind of see on that side, but you can really tell in person. It's quite a steep slope going down to where the pond is and then back up that way. Essentially, our fencing is just a big square minus some funky stuff we did over there with the fencing around the shop. So this really is quite a big area. We can fit plenty of animals. I know Garrett's wanting to get some electric fencing and kind of separate and block out different portions of the pasture. That way he can rotate how he's grazing them. But we haven't done that yet. It'll come, but right now, like we said, we only have the one goat. Garrett is talking to someone right now about potentially getting 3 more goats that have been exposed to a buck. And so we may get those, we may not, I don't know. Getting animals has been a little bit trickier than we thought. We don't want to go too far because we don't have like an animal trailer right now. And so it'd be a little tricky getting them and getting them back here. Garrett's reached out to people who are selling, and then people just don't respond, or things just aren't really working out. But this one seems promising. We'll see, and if we do get those goats, I'll update y'all, of course, and kind of show y'all that. But I think I'm gonna head back up this way and just look at a few more things.
I just think we need to have a...
So real quick over here in the garden, I did want to show y'all this. We have a ton of these little black insects. If it'll focus, I don't know if it will. But let's see. There we go. So we have a ton of these little black insects on here. Looking it up, I do think that they are aphids. If you know, please let me know. Especially because we've had ladybugs on this one as well. So I think the ladybug has been coming over here and eating these aphids. I did get some neem oil to spray on them. But it's supposed to rain here in the next hour or so. And rain all evening. So I really don't want to spray it and then it get all washed away. But if you do know that those are aphids, or if you think they're anything else, you let me know. Any tips on dealing with those, let me know that as well. Hopefully tomorrow it won't rain at all, and so I'll come out here and spray these. But my green beans are actually looking so good this year, and so I really don't want anything to come in and just destroy the plants. So the last thing I need to do today is go and get the eggs. These girls have been working super hard. So we're just gonna go in here and see what they have left us. Right now we have 14 laying hens, and honestly they all normally lay every day, and so we get quite a few eggs. We've got all of our chicks. It's getting a little dark outside, so you can't see them too well, but 10 chicks in here. They are getting ready to come out. Honestly, in like a week or two, you can see some of these barred rocks in the front are looking really big. And so we will let them out to free range with the rest of them here within the next week or two. But we are going to go ahead and get the eggs. We also need to replace, we have a long list of things. No, sissy, I'm going to get the eggs, okay? Oh, you're going to help? Careful. Oh, be very careful. Good job. I hold it. It's okay. I hold it. You see any more up there? I'm gonna get these from this one. Hold on, sissy, I got it. Thank you. There we go. So far we have 6 in the coop. A few of these beddings need to be replaced. They're just getting worn out, but I've got some more in the garage, so I will switch those out in just a little bit. So I'm also going to come over here and just look in the shop real quick. We've got quite a few hens that lay in their areas of the shop, like right over here that I just saw. So I'm going to come over here. We have got this one that lays right back in this corner. So this is one spot that we have got to check every day. Like I said, they all kind of have their own spot. So I'm going to try to get around all this barbed wire and get this one. So I found a few more eggs in the shop, so we ended up with 10 eggs overall. I do have a chicken that's still laying in her spot over there, so we'll probably end up with 11 for the day. I want to go ahead and show y'all the rabbits while we're in here. So we have got our rabbits, who have grown tremendously. Let's see, here's our other girl. It doesn't like to focus. There we go. And then we have got our male rabbit right over here. So these rabbits will be good to breed. We've been waiting until the girls are old enough to breed them, but it should be, I think Garrett said next weekend, we're going to try to go ahead and breed the black and white one with this male and try to get some babies there. So that will be exciting. Something planned for next weekend. But like I was saying about our chickens, they are all free range, and so they don't always lay their eggs where we'd like them to lay, you know, in the nesting boxes, in the coop. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt every day for the eggs. Like I said, most of our chickens do have like specific areas that they lay in, and so we always check all these areas every day. We do sell our eggs and we sell them unwashed, and so having free range chickens, we don't get to sell all the eggs. If any of the eggs are kind of dirty, we keep those for ourselves because they are unwashed that we're selling. We're not going to sell dirty eggs. And then sometimes we stumble upon a jackpot of eggs, and if we don't know how long it's been there, we're not going to sell it. And so sometimes some of our chickens will pick a new spot to lay their eggs, and we won't realize it for a few days, and then at that point you don't really know how long those eggs have been sitting there, and so we're not gonna sell those eggs. We only want to sell the ones with the best quality and the cleanest. So we do have quite a few eggs that are going out every week to sell. We've built ourselves up quite a nice little business with that. And then, like I said, we're really starting with the goat breeding, the sheep, not sheep, maybe sheep, but the rabbits. Like I said, we'll start breeding those next week. So we are just kind of all around starting our own little business, and it is going really well. But these are all the eggs that we got today, so we will package these up later and then get those sold. So I think that's going to be it for today. Like I said, I just really wanted to take y'all around and show y'all everything that we've been working on. Just because we haven't been on camera doesn't mean we haven't been working. We have been working so hard, especially trying to get that fence built, and it's really rewarding to see it kind of come to life, to finally get a goat and watch our animals out there on the pasture. And so I will hopefully see y'all again in just a few days. Like I said, we've got a lot of work to kind of do around here still. The work never ends. And so I will take y'all along with us next time. Bye.